We're back with another video, and today we're going to be ranking NFL running backs. First off, we have Raheem Mostert. I'm going to put him in 16 through 20. He's probably around the 20. I would put him inside 21 through 25, but his speed makes him go to another level. So I'm going to put him through 16 through 20. Next up, we have James Conner. If you look at his stats, he looks like a top 10 running back. But he's just not top 10, so I'm going to put him into 11 through 15. Next up, we have Derrick Henry. He's obviously a top 5 running back because everyone is scared to tackle him. Like, he will stiff arm you or truck you and you'll fall to the ground. Next up, we got Javonte Williams. I'm going to put him through 16 through 20. I think he's pretty good. Next up, we have Isaiah Pietro. I like his athleticism. I'm also going to put him through 16 through 20. I know he's young and stuff, but I think he does have a good potential. Next up, we have Josh Jacobs. I think he is top 5. I think he's like the number 5, though. Next up, we have Austin Ekeler. I'm going to put him through 6 through 10. He could go top 5, but he's a little bit too old for that, I think. Next up, we have Tony Pollard. It almost feels like we should already put him inside the top 10, but for now, I'm going to put him through 11 through 15 because, again, if you look at his stats, they're actually really, really good. Next up, we have Kenneth Walker. I'm going to put him, Rashad Penny. I'm going to put him through 21 through 25. He wasn't that good last season. I just can't. Actually, I'm going to put him inside 26 through 32. He wasn't that good last season. Next up, we have Antonio Gibson. I'm going to put him down there with Rashad Penny, too. They're probably on, like, the same exact level. Khalil Herbert. He was doing pretty good at, like, the middle of the season. So I'm going to put him through 21 through 25. Next up, we have David Montgomery. I'm going to put him inside the lower 26 through 32. Next up, we have Aaron Jones. He's top 10. He didn't have too good of a productive season last year, but I think he's still top 10. Next up, we have James Cook. I think he's a bottom 5 running back. Next up, we have Alexander Mattison. I also think he's a bottom 5. So those are my bottom 5 people. Next up, we got Bijan Robinson. I know he's a rookie already, but he's probably 11 through 15 already. He's going to have over 1,000 rushing yards, and that's without a doubt. Next up, we have Miles Sanders. I'm going to put him in 21 through 25. I think he's okay. Next up, we got Alvin Kamara. I think that he is a top 10. If he doesn't get suspended, then I think that he could be a top 10. Next up, we have Rachaad White. If you look at his numbers, he did really, really good. I say 16 through 20. Next up, we got Cam Akers. If it wasn't for his injury, then he would be higher, I think. But for now, he's 16 through 20. Next up, we got Kenneth Walker. I think that he's 11 through 15 already, which is crazy to say. Next up, we got CMC. He's obviously top 5. He can go 1, 2, or 3. They're all about the same tier up there. So, next up, we have Breece Hall. I'm going to say he's top 10. That's a little bit early to be saying that, but I think that's where he goes. Next up, we have Ramondre Stevenson. I think he's 21 through 25. I know he did pretty good, but I just don't know about him. So, next up, we have J.K. Dobbins. He's also 21 through 25. I think if he wouldn't got injured, then he would have done better, but he's 21 through 25. Next up, we got Nick Chubb. He's obviously top 5. He could go 1 inside some people's book, but for me, he's around the number 3 or 2. Next up, we have Najee Harris. I think he could have done better. I think he's 11 through 15. I don't know if he's top 10 yet, though. Next up, we got Dameon Pierce. He is very overrated, I'll tell you that. He's like 21 through 25. Next up, we have Jonathan Taylor. I thought he was going to be top 5 last year, but he's not top 5. Next up, we got Travis Etienne. I want to say he is 16 through 20 area. Next up, we got Saquon Barkley. He's top 5. And then lastly, we have Joe Mixon, who I think if he would not have got suspended, he would be higher. So that ends off the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.